We got a number 1 victory royale. Yeah, Fortnite, we bout to get down. 10 kills on the board right now. Just wiped out Tomato Town. My friend just gone down. I revived him, now we're heading southbound. Now we're in
Take me
Where
to
does that
your
come
Xbox
from?
to play Fortnite today. You can take
Where are
me
you
voicing
coming
wire,
up with?
but not
What
the
are you
way
singing?
I'd really love to chug jug with you. We can be pro Fortnite gamers.
Please cut this all out.
What do you
please.
mean you haven't heard this song before?
Oh no.
See, this will smoothly transition us into our latest issue that we need to talk about. This is like I'm the therapist, you're in the couch, right? I need to talk about how you're too
Chun-Li
much of a
is
boomer.
too damn thick in Fortnite.
See, you know about that, but you don't know about Fortnite song. I don't even know what the song's
Fortnite.
called.
Wait.
What's it song?
Fortnite Mambo 5?
No, it's called Chug Jug with You.
No.
I mean,
What?
Hold on.
Chug with you.
I gotta educate you. Hold on.
Welcome back to the podcast that you love, where we have nothing of value to add to society.
What do you mean? We're educated people. I'm educating you on Chug Jug with you.
We got a number 1 victory royale. Yeah, Fortnite, we bout to get down.
Well, what do you think?
I wish you could see the look of utter disgust on my face right now.
What do you mean? This is internet culture in the making. You remember back, I bet nobody thought back when Psychic Pebble did his little Minecraft song, it would become part of such memeable internet culture. This is it. This is history repeating itself.
I don't even know what the Psychic Pebble song is, so it wasn't
Creeper.
history to me.
Oh, man.
If fucking
Right, not Psychic
Captain
Pebble, Captain
Sparkles,
Sparkles.
Jesus Christ.
All of those motherfuckers had the same name.
Oh my
But
god.
no one
Anyway,
thought that would make internet history. And this is the issue, man. You're too much of a boomer. You're too much of a boomer and you're not a Coomer like me.
I'm in pain right now. Please, I wish I could unhear this.
You give
but I
in too much to
can't.
cringe.
I can't.
Cringe is like your weird little kryptonite. While for me, it fortifies me. It strengthens me.
No, for me it depends. I like a little cringe from here and there. You know what they say? A little cringe a day keeps Gabe away.
That's not true. It just attracts me. It's like a pheromone.
I think it depends. Everybody has everybody has their cringe and then their cringe tonight.
Their cringe threshold.
Yeah.
Everyone has a different cringe-o-meter. Has
Yep.
different lengths. I don't know, man. I just think like it's this is gonna sound really stupid with all the important and things that are happening in real life. Here I come with my sweet. I just think it's important to keep up with meme culture.
What important things are going on in real life? Please enlighten me, because I literally got nothing this week.
We've all been, with the shits that's been happening in Texas and, all a bunch of political stuff. But, who cares?
Oh, yeah, I saw today,
Memes.
right alongside Diamond and Pro remakes, apparently the U.S. Capitol was trending again.
I don't even know what happened, and I don't care. I don't fucking...
Exactly. I was more curious about XX and YY and how they weren't Pokemon X and Y sequels.
More important things are happening, but to me, I feel it's important. You got to keep up with meme culture and the newly founded cringe culture, man, because it's just like... I don't know, dude.
Well, you say that, but have you downloaded TikTok?
You got me. You got me. I just have this this dumb ethic to myself where I'm just like, I will only consume TikToks out of other third party things.
Yeah, if they make it onto Twitter or Insta, then
because I feel like they're really good at filtering out the garbage,
True. Yeah, it has to be really good for it to make it onto other platforms.
I get all of my TikToks from either Twitter, Instagram, or Snuffy's Thursday TikTok.
Dude,
streams.
it's literally like a secondhand cringe at that point. What?
I find a lot of good shit, man, and it keeps me up to date with the going-ons with the youths You know, I don't want to be like how our parents were, man, that they didn't really understand anything that was going on with young people and didn't know how to fucking relate. I don't want to be on that boat, you know? Because, like, I think I was talking about this literally the other day with Raph, where he was talking to me about, like, how, you know, he doesn't feel like how older people in his time felt, where they couldn't understand the youth, or they thought that everything the youth was doing was stupid. Obviously, there is a lot of stuff that they do that's stupid, but so did we. Let's be fucking honest with ourselves. We did like cinnamon challenges, and we were planking on McDonald's signs 50 feet up into the sky.
Planking, dude. Gangnam Style was my favorite.
Gangnam Style, yes, that's the one that I'll never let go of. That's cringe culture from our day.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is when it was popular, like, no one even thought
so
it was
epic.
cringy.
It was, well, there was definitely some people who thought it was cringe, but
Well, true.
but most people thought it was epic, dude. It was epic. There is one though that I never thought was in any way like amusing, and it was the "What Does the Fox Say" song.
Oh.
Since it came out, I hated it. I despised it. I thought it was the most annoying thing in the world. I didn't get the appeal behind that. And I'm sure there was people who were like that with Gangnam Style, but that's exactly what I mean, dude. Even if you don't get it, even if you think it's cringe, or even if you think it's dumb, I feel it's important to like know about it and know what it is and why people, because you never know how that's going to evolve later down the line, or how you could use that to your own benefit, to like your own content creation. You know, it's like with me and Walkie Slush. I think it's the funniest thing I ever heard in my entire life.
And I think it's fucking stupid, and you should go Walkie Slush your way out of here.
You know, that's borderline bigotry.
And we'll see you guys next podcast. We're about to get into a fight right now.
An actual like fist fight over here. That'd be great. This is the end of Quip Save after I fucking knock a couple of teeth out of your mouth.
After Walkie Slush, dude, Walkie Slush was the end.
Of Quip Save. I don't know, dude. It's just like I like to think we both have a very similar sense of humor, which we like a lot of absurdist shit. But even
like
then,
right now, I'm in my head, I'm imagining a fucking Quip Save Wikipedia article, and then you know how it has the links to like the different sections. There's like the controversy one.
Yeah.
On February 25th,
the Great Divide of Quip Save.
Walkie Slush.
The Walkie Slush incident. That's what it's gonna be called. The Walkie Slush incident. The lowest of the low times in Quip Save. But it's just like kind of like, I know, like, for example, you like Too Mad, right? You like his stuff.
Yeah.
You showed me a lot of his stuff when I was over there in Chicago. I don't get it. I don't get Too Mad.
I feel like, but that's the thing, is Too Mad is a very Zoomer, like, at least I think he's like a lot of younger audience watching too.
Very Zoomer. Very Zoomer.
And I feel like for me, I like mainly that his editing. I feel like the way he edits videos, it's like if ADHD was an editor, that would be it. And maybe that's like wrong to say, but it's just like
I have ADHD.
It's
I don't
so
get
much
it.
It's like so much is going on. I don't know how you can ever focus on a single thing. There's so much going on.
And that
maybe that's the problem. Is it maybe for me it helps me understand what people with ADHD are going through. But for you who actually has
tell
it,
you that is not what we're going through. That is insanity. What his videos are. That's not.
Oh no!
I watched that shit and I'm just like, what is happening? Like, this is like, it's insane. How does anyone even edit this? Like, what's going on in his head?
Yeah, I saw recently actually. You know Noel Miller?
Oh, I love those guys.
Yeah, him and Cody Ko do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But Noel has his own show now where he does like interviews with YouTubers while he drives them around.
Yeah.
Not like
it's
car
like a desk.
karaoke or whatever.
It's like a desk. Yeah.
Yeah, and he did one with Too Mad, and I think he says it like his videos usually take like anywhere from like 30 to 40 hours to make, and they're like 10-minute videos.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a lot in there. I don't think anybody. I mean, I feel like you could make some kind of thesis on just Too Mad videos, like
I
breaking
think you
it down.
can make a thesis on Too Mad himself, dude. He's fucking. he's wild, dude. I see like his tweets and shit, and I'm just like, what's his thought process?
That's the other thing is I feel like I already have my own whole thing against like, not necessarily against all PC culture, but like sometimes people go a little overboard. Mm-hmm. And I like that he just says the shit that kind of triggers people, you know?
I think there's a very fine line. Look, me personally, I don't give a shit about what people say unless like they're actively going out of their way to be harmful. But yeah. I get that that's like a me thing, and probably other people are that way as well. But again, that's very like a very personal worldview. Like honestly, if you don't mean harm by what you're saying, I don't really give a shit. Unless you're literally coming to my face and saying, I'm about to call you a racial slur specifically because I don't like you and I don't like people of your kind. Mm-hmm. You know, obviously I'm gonna have a problem with that. But if someone's just like cracking a joke, like saying like, haha, Puerto Ricans do this, that's funny, I'm gonna be like, haha, true. You know, I don't care. I've seen a lot of fucking media that say like fucking dumbass jokes about Puerto Ricans or something, and for me it's just like, you know, it's not like me going like, that's racist, just because they made fun of me.
Yeah.
But you know,
I mean, I feel like he definitely does do some shit that maybe crosses the line, but I feel that that's like inevitable when you're trying to make that type of content. Like he's basically like trying to be Filthy Frank in a modern YouTube, where YouTube doesn't let any of what Filthy Frank used to do fly anymore, you know? Oh, no, not at all.
He fucking bounced at the perfect time.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. Yeah, it was like the perfect storm of like the perfect time to transition. And I don't think even, I don't know. It was so weird, man. Like nobody, I think, when he first started making like the pink guy raps and stuff, I don't think anybody like really thought he was gonna blow up like as a mainstream kind. Well, he's not really mainstream, but you know, make non-parody music basically.
I mean, Joji's pretty big right now, dude.
Yeah, he is. I mean, I just wouldn't say he's mainstream, but he's got a pretty big like following still. Mm-hmm. Like he ain't no Post Malone. Come on.
I just feel like nowadays, you know, people have taken this.
The day Joji gets a Pokemon collab, that's the day I hang up my YouTube hat. I'm done.
Out of jealousy.
Yeah, basically.
I just feel like nowadays it's hard to draw the line to where people have like a genuine desire to actually want to progress society and, you know, mitigate harm as little as possible. And when people are just trying to be part of that crowd superficially, you know what I mean? Like, you know, the word for it on Twitter they use a lot is like virtue signaling. I feel it's very easy to tell when someone is just buying into the outrage in order to be seen as the good guy rather than actually having any kind of genuine intention to do what's right or to help out. And I feel like that has permeated through what is quote unquote called cancel culture and all that stuff more than any actual genuine sense of trying to make the world a better place. I feel like people care more about appearances. That's something that's really obvious. At least a lot of people on the internet. And they rather fucking go after other people's necks to prove that they're the good guy rather than actually, you know, helping the demographic that they're supposedly standing up for. Listen, man, when I see a white lady defending my rights as a Latino, I honestly don't give a shit. Just like your word means nothing to me, like white lady. Like, and because I know most of the time it's just like when push comes to shove, most of the time they're not gonna fucking stick with it. You know, and it's this whole thing where it's just like I feel like people hop on those bandwagons more to bring other people down than to actually cause any kind of change. You know, people no longer believe in that idea that people can change or people can evolve from who they were back in the day. We've talked about this a lot, but it's just like now that I've been more active on Twitter than ever before, I see it a lot, and it's hard not to become a cynic. I don't describe myself as a cynic because for me it's just like, whatever, it's just the internet. Dude, this is very much a vocal minority. But I understand people who end up becoming cynics when they're exposed to this environment for so long and so much. And I kind of get how some people end up either deleting Twitter or not being around it as much.
Here, actually, it's funny that you bring this up because it literally happened today.
I saw that today. Yep. I saw that.
And it was a reply to Psychic Pebble. Literally, we brought him up earlier, too.
It's just like, people just kind of really do go out of their way to destroy people. That's their intention behind it. And it's so clear when it is.
And, the thing for me is my stance, I don't know if it's cynical or what exactly you would define it as, whatever you want. But for me, I want comedy for the sake of comedy, where someone might say something that skirts the line, but they're not trying to offend anyone. They're not using racial slurs.
They're trying to show these libtards who's boss.
Yeah, it's like I just don't want comedy to die to that point. And I get it. Some jokes are too far, but some of them aren't, and people still trying to cancel people for them. It's like, I don't know.
And all these libtards are just killing commentary. Why can't I say the N-word as a joke?
It's not just comedy, but commentary too, or critique, or like even discussion about certain things. It's I don't know. It's a tough subject for sure, but we definitely talked about it a lot in the past.
Yeah, but back to how much of a fucking loser boomer you are, man. I bet you there was definitely a time where people were just like, when Filthy Frank was at his height, I bet there were people, when you were in your ripe little age of 19 or 20, there were other 25-year-old content creators who were just like, I don't get all these kids who think Filthy Frank is funny. I think his stuff is cringe. Now that's you.
Meanwhile, they were watching fucking Smosh.
Yeah.
Like, what?
And now that's you. You've become the monster.
Oh, no. You either die a hero or live long enough to become the villain.
Boomer.
A boomer.
You either die a Coomer or live long enough to become a boomer.
Oh, no.
I'm telling you, man, at some point, I think for me, it just became a thing at some point where I'm just like, I don't know. I don't have to get everything. Sometimes shit is just funny at face value. Like, it's dumb and it doesn't make sense, but that in itself is what makes it funny. That's why I think I like the Walkie Slush thing so much. It's just a guy doing a funny voice. That's as complex as it gets, and I think it's hilarious. Obviously, I think eventually it's going to be spammed to hell, and I'm not going to find it as funny. And there are going to be some days where I find it fucking hilarious again. But for me, it's pretty much just that. Sometimes things are just funny because they're either dumb or goofy at surface value.
And yet, there's someone out there that's triggered by Walkie Slush.
Of course. But I also don't give a shit, It's just like, that's their problem, not mine, So, like there's no harm in it. But that's my
point. Is like, everyone is going to find different shit funny, and other people are going to find different shit triggering. And it's like, there's obviously some stuff that is black and white. Like, there's no denying. But I don't know where the fuck I'm going with this anymore. Walkie Slush,
You're
dude.
going
Walkie
to the grave,
Slush
dude. That's what I'm taking.
You either coom free or boom hard.
Exactly. That's the title of the podcast. Coom free or boom hard.
And I will die on my booming hill.
I don't know, man. I feel like some days you definitely feel a lot like a Coomer. Sometimes you send me shit where I'm just like, what?
Well, that's the thing is I can get down with the new shit, but I also don't see the problem with, like, I don't think it's bad to even if, like, it's an overused meme, to still use it. Like, I always say, that's hot, because I just like that, Like,
see, he fucking weird. I haven't heard that shit in fucking a year.
Or my new favorite one. Have you heard the Will Smith song with Bad Bunny and Mark Anthony?
No, I don't think I want to.
It's not a new song. It came out like 3 years ago or something.
Okay, I'll leave it there.
Will Smith in it. He comes up. He's like, haciendo historia.
Oh, I know about that. Fuck. I have pushed that into the recesses of my psyche.
That's my new favorite Will Smith right there.
But see, that's what I'm talking about. You think that shit's hilarious? Anytime Will Smith does anything, I can't help but view it as this guy really trying to capitalize on a market that he just doesn't get, and it comes out as kind of like a dad trying to be cool, and it just makes me cringe.
But what if he does get it and he knows exactly what he's doing, and that's the point?
No, I'm right. You're
I don't
wrong.
think he does. Yeah, no, I don't think so either. But it is fucking crazy how even if he's that out of touch, he still always manages to
Because he's Will Smith. He's too big.
He was the genie, dude. The genie memes.
It doesn't matter
God.
what he does. He's Will Smith, man.
And honestly, I watched that movie finally. I think he was fine as the genie. Obviously, not as good as the original.
I don't think people had a problem
but
with the genie. I think they had a problem.
It was
that
the CGI.
Movie was fucking not good.
Well, yeah, the CGI too. But like his performance was still fun. I like the new songs too.
Well, yeah, I don't believe anyone thought he was going to be bad. It's just like, I think people know what these Disney remakes are before they even come out.
Oh yeah, I'm not fucking paying for that shit anymore, dude.
Nah.
I'm just gonna say that straight up.
Good.
I'll wait until it's on a streaming.
The last one I saw was the Lion King one, and it wasn't even because I wanted to. I was accompanying my little cousin on his birthday because he wanted me to come along.
Oh no,
I
actually saw it too, just because well, I don't. Karen has the Disney Plus. All right, I'm not paying for that shit. So anyway.
Karen's a fucking corporate shill. Fucking Karen, man.
I just didn't want to get a ticket when I already knew that the movie was going to trigger me. And I finally saw it actually I saw Lion King a while ago. Dude, I don't know. I get mad about those Disney remakes, man.
I just don't like blue people. I don't know. Some people might call me a bigot. Some people might call me ignorant. But, blue people, they just make me uncomfortable.
They just need to stop sipping that mercury.
They just why do they have to force these blue people into my movies? Why can't it just be regular people's? Breaking news: MunchingOrange says horrible criminal things on podcast about blue people.
Wait, isn't it? Doesn't Blue Lives Matter? Isn't that for the cops or something? I was about to make a joke about it, but then I realized that's actually a thing. I'm pretty sure.
Who cares?
I saw a thing in. No, not surprisingly, in Texas.
Just say your joke, man. The blue lives aren't real.
Oh my god. I only believe in Smurfs.
That's true. Those are the only blue lives that matter.
If you're 3 inches or below.
I don't know why that statement by itself, in a capsule, was so funny.
3 inches or below.
It got me.
Well,
it tickled my funny bone there.
Speaking of blue people, Chun-Li's actually in Fortnite. I don't know how did this conversation
what kind of segue is that? Speaking of blue people,
she's
Chun-Li. What?
She got a big blue ass. You literally just linked me the picture. What do you mean?
I mean, her outfit is blue, but I wouldn't describe Chun-Li as a blue person.
I would.
Isn't that
What's the problem with that?
From Street Fighter? He's a blue person.
I think Chun-Li voted for Biden. I don't know. What do you
think?
I
don't know, dude. I mean, isn't Chun-Li Chinese?
Yeah, I don't fucking know, dude. I'm pretty sure.
That's true. Those Reds, those damn Reds. No.
Jesus Christ. So that's what Red versus Blue was about.
It was about the communists versus the Democrats. That's what it was.
It was about the...
Oh, wait. Republicans... Well, has that ever been a thing? Like a disparity between Republicans' colors being red and then communism?
I don't know.
That's not a topic for us to fucking tackle. I don't think we have any fucking clue.
Yeah, I don't.
That's something we gotta get Raph for. We gotta get Dust on the podcast. He knows about socio-political stuff. Him and his little mind. He can't do math, but he can go all day with politics. I'll tell you what. I mean, I don't know, dude. Fortnite, it's Fortnite. #1 victory royale, Yeah, Fortnite. We're about to get down. You got 10 kills on the board right now, and you just wiped out Tomato Town.
Dude, I'm literally just staring at the Chun-Li in a Fortnite picture right now, and I just...
That's because you love objectifying women.
Oh my god. Okay, she could be a guy and have a nice ass. I'd objectify.
That's because you love objectifying
I just people. Love ass. What's the problem with loving
You're a
ass?
fucking pervert. You love objectifying.
No, stop. I'm already trying to be... Okay.
People clip this and put it up on Twitter with no context. You just love objectifying women. And then at any point in the podcast where he said the word yes, cut it into the sentence.
Oh my
And
god.
just post that on Twitter. No.
Ba-bum, 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 ba-bum. Breaking news from Final Fantasy Twitter. Final Fantasy VII, The First Soldier, a battle royale game set in Midgard
Okay,
before
you
the
can
events
stop
of
right
Final
there.
Fantasy VII. As a soldier candidate, make use of your abilities in a battle for your survival. I am not shitting you. This is a real thing. As we're talking about Fortnite gamers, there's a Final Fantasy Battle Royale coming. Oh my god. What?
Why?
This looks so... Whoa! Oh my god. Okay, you're gonna have to show the
buddy,
trailer or
relax.
some
So
shit.
you're gonna
as
have
we're...
to show you're gonna have to change your underwear. He's fucking cooming live on podcast. I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like, is it surprising with this like with gaming's climate nowadays that they're just making fucking battle royales out of anything?
Wow.
I mean, I'm looking at this and it's just okay. All right, now I see why you're reacting the way you're reacting.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
What the hell?
Oh, it's a
is
mobile
this?
game, by the way. It's that's probably why it looks so awful, because it's mobile.
It just doesn't look like Final Fantasy.
No.
That's just Call of Duty.
And yet they're somehow gonna force, like, did you see the guy jumping up the building though?
Yeah.
Like, that's the part where I lost it.
What?
And then out of nowhere, there's like a Naruto Anbu like sniping someone. What is this?
It's epic, is what I'm telling you, dude. Look at that. How can
And
you
you can
not look
still
at that?
summon?
That is epic.
Yeah, actually, I have no other words to describe it.
That's epic.
Epic is probably the
That is,
true,
as the
true.
kids these days say, poggers. No, wait, Komodo hype. Poggers is dead.
By the way, that's another thing that I don't know when exactly it happened, but I'm really happy that the word epic came back into internet
Okay,
slang.
no. Alright, I'm gonna stop you there. Because
What?
not only you, but my friends, I started saying epic again long before it started resurging, and all of you thought I was being cringe.
No,
Yes.
I never stopped
Yes,
saying
you
it. I don't know what you're talking about.
You fucking liar. You're fucking...
I've had epic in my YouTube titles. I never stopped. I never stopped.
You're gaslighting me right now. You motherfuckers, all of you. I kept saying, "Oh, epic," and you guys are just like, "Stop saying that." You sound like, and now everyone's saying it again, and it's the most poggers thing in the world. And now I'm over here. It's just like when I used to love JoJo as a kid. Everyone thought I was cringe. Everyone thought I was being stupid. And now everyone loves JoJo, except now JoJo has gone back to being cringe thanks to the fan base.
Look, I don't know when it made a comeback, but 2015, I got a video with epic in the title. 2016, I got another one. And then in 2019, I brought it back again.
Listen, man, we just gotta make Quip Save popular enough so that we're justified to joining the Epic SMP.
What is that?
It's a Super Megas SMP. Everyone's on it. Everyone's on it, dude. Even Markiplier's on it. You know, Dreams
called
made an
Epic?
SMP. It's like a survival multiplayer.
Oh, I know about SMP. I was wondering which one Epic was.
It's like Matt Watson from Super Mega made it.
Oh, they started it?
Yeah. Yeah, it was
I've
Matt.
heard of it. I didn't know
Matt.
that they started it, though.
Yeah, it was Matt. And everyone's
That's pretty-
fucking on it.
Poggers.
And we got to get big enough so we could be on Epic SMP, dude.
I'm down. I mean, I'll just hit him up right now.
Oh,
I'm
really?
sure I'll
You got
get a
that
reply.
clout? He probably would. Probably would reply.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. They're pretty chill dudes.
Snuffy never replied to my Among Us.
Snuffy's too big for everybody. Snuffy's too big for everybody, especially with the new voice reveal. Forget about it. Like, that's unreachable at this point. I have
Oh, no.
accepted that I will never be able to reach Snuffy. She's like, she's too high on the shelf, on the pedestal. It is something that I must admire from a distance. You know.
Unless you become a VTuber yourself.
I don't know, man. That's a very high level of clout I would have to reach. Know what I'm saying? Like, I would have to get big. And remember, I have a penis. You know? I'm handicapped. The literal weight of my balls are going to be keeping me down from the climb. From the clout climb of being a VTuber.
It's okay. If you're a VTuber, you can make your balls as big as you want.
That's true. I already did that. Someone
Or
who
as
I will
small
not
as you
mention
want.
paid me $20 to make my balls real big.
What?
I already told you about that.
I know. I just wanted
We're
to
not
sound
going to
shocked.
elaborate. We're not going to elaborate. People are going to have to make of that what they will.
I just wanted to sound shocked. This is like a genuine, like, I don't know what are you talking about?
Someone gave you $20 to make your balls bigger. What is that?
You know what I'm more
that is
confused
some
about?
insane shit, man. You scare me when you
what?
say things like that.
No. You'll be fine. You'll figure it out.
Well, you really believe in me. You and Karen have really been really singing my graces, really fanning my flames about this VTuber stuff. Maybe I really am onto something.
I mean,
usually I don't listen to what you guys have to say since you're out of touch.
I don't know
viewers,
how
but
much
maybe you guys
the
are onto
viewers have
something.
seen, but from what I've seen, and trust me, I've seen it all. It is revolutionary.
It's true. I showed him my cock and balls live on camera. He was like, impressive. The circumference is very... I don't know.
Critics call it liberating.
Revolutionary. A legend in the making. I don't know. I mean, they won't have to wait long, actually, considering that it's finished. It's all that's missing to set up is the actual streaming elements. Coming starting soon, and the be right back, and the little template for when we're just chatting, and for games that need a windowed mode and emotes and all that. That's all that's missing to get done, which I probably won't do that much of. It's not like I'm in any way justified or popular enough to make so much shit right off the bat, but at least I'd have to have something, and it'd be ready to go. Then I just have to do a test stream to see if my computer right now can even handle streaming, or whether I'm just gonna have to wait until I get a new one.
I think that should be the next step, because I feel like OBS, even for me sometimes, gets a little crazy. So I don't know how a laptop could handle it.
We'll see. I mean, I don't want to, because again, I don't know how much processing power OBS can take and all that kind of stuff. So it's not like I'm gonna have a billion gajillion things going on, but I
think you would be okay. My worry always with OBS is like when you have like a game plus overlay and all that.
Yeah.
Like if you're just about to be on like a one-on-one date, with my favorite little VTuber, I'm sure you'll be okay. Now, if we're trying to get into some epic Fortnite Chun-Li gameplay, though, in 4K...
You think it would be too... Well, no, it's definitely not going to be 4K. That's for fucking certain. At most it's going to be like 1080p HD, 30 frames per second. I'm not going to try and murder my computer here, but... You think it'd be too much to handle to have like a game going on and just like my character there on the screen?
I think you can handle it. OBS actually... I think the reason why mine sometimes throttles is because I try to run two at once.
Two OBSs at once?
Yeah.
I didn't even know you could do that.
So I recently found out you could do that, and I've been trying it out, and so far it crashed once out of like 30 recordings. So I think your computer can handle one.
My only issue with the computer, it's the stutter problem it has right now, where sometimes it just like freezes. It's happened with us recording a podcast, where it just like stops for like a full like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, I don't know what.
More.
I actually have I've never heard or had that issue or seen anyone have that issue.
It's definitely the hard drive for sure. The hard drive is damaged for sure. So
is that going to happen with this podcast too?
No, it hasn't happened with the last podcast or this podcast, but it happens a lot whenever I'm working.
Damn it! I really wanted that.
Why would you want that? That fucks with me.
No, I'm saying I really wanted all that cringy shit I was saying earlier to get cut out.
No, it's staying. It's staying. This is magical.
Oh, well.
But
I'll get over it.
I mean, it's done. Yeah, all my VTubers, the model's done. All I got to do is work on those like little assets here and there, which I'm gonna let you consult me on since you're the streaming expert. Everybody knows you've been on Twitch since day one. You're a veteran. And then it's
It
just...
was actually called Justin TV back then.
It was? I thought that was a separate thing.
Justin TV was officially shut down so the company could focus on Twitch. Yeah.
Oh.
It was Twitch's parent company.
Oh, okay.
So technically it was a separate thing, but Justin TV basically became Twitch.
That's strange. I had no idea.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't specifically for gaming, though. It was like...
Oh, shit! Breaking news. New Five Nights at Freddy's trailer.
What? What?
Five Nights at Freddy's security breach. Oh, this actually looks scary.
What?
I don't like that. I'm not playing this game. Just like I haven't played all the others since the first one. I hated those games.
I think I've literally only ever played the original.
Yeah, I only ever played the first one. I don't know. I wasn't big into the Five Nights at Freddy's. That was like around the same time where PT came out. I was more interested in that than Five Nights at Freddy's.
Aren't they making a Five Nights at Freddy's movie?
They said they were a long time ago, but now that Nicolas Cage movie came out, and now I wonder how the fuck they're gonna make it in any way different.
Wait, is that a new movie? Because I saw
I
Red
watched
Letter
it.
Media
It's
did a review.
It's actually pretty good.
Wait, you saw it?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Oh, I don't watch this shit. I don't watch Netflix. What the hell?
I don't watch
who do you think I
Netflix
am?
either, but at least I know when like something, popular or trendy is on it, and then I go, okay, I'll give it a shot.
Oh yeah, did you give iCarly a shot?
I gave iCarly a shot when I was a kid.
You bastard! How dare you not rewatch it now that it's on Netflix?
How dare I support Dan Snyder's stuff?
Wait, where is it? It's called... I thought it was called Willie...
Yeah, it was like
Willie's...
Willie's something, I forgot.
I don't see it on Netflix.
It's supposed to be. What do you mean you don't see it on Netflix? Am I tweaking? Did I even watch it on Netflix?
I just saw Red Letter Media did a review on it. I was watching it literally earlier today. But they put two movies together. It was the Nick Cage one.
Yeah, it's called Willy's
which I guess is
Wonderland.
new. Yeah, and then there was apparently a Banana Splits movie a while ago.
now?
I don't know when that one came out. You probably don't remember the Banana Splits, do you?
No. What's that?
I don't think anybody does. But it was, Boomerang from Cartoon Network.
Yeah, I avoided it like the plague.
They, in between cartoons, they had these Five Nights at Freddy's looking characters come up and introduce whatever the next cartoon was.
Okay.
And then they did a movie where those characters are literally like Five Nights at Freddy's, where they're they look all cutesy and cuddly and whatever, but they're actually vicious murderers.
Oh, okay. What is it with people in
And-
animatronics?
Well, at least according to Red Letter Media, that movie was much better executed than the Nick Cage one.
Oh, okay. Well, now that they said that, I guess I'll check it out and then just forget and never see it. That's usually what happens.
Yeah, I usually just watch the review and then never actually watch the movie.
I actually haven't watched any movies recently. Or at least any new movies. I think the last movie I saw was rewatching an old horror movie I called The Black Coat's Daughter, which is really good.
The who?
It's called The Black Coat's
The
Daughter.
hash-slinging slasher.
It's on Netflix, but it's this really underrated horror movie that I really like. But it's it's on the same vein of the ones I showed you when I was in Chicago, things like, Suspiria and those kind of stuff that they kind of they're not high
Was that the one that I liked? There was one I really liked that you showed
The one
us.
with
It
the
was, I
witches?
think it was Suspiria, right?
Yeah, the one with the witches?
The dancing?
Yeah, Suspiria.
Yeah, that one was good.
It's kind of like in that, the same vein, where it's it's very slow paced and it takes a while to get to where, the reveal happens of what's really going on. But it's very, it's very atmospheric. It's all about getting you into, that mood of just, unsettled.
Yeah. I've been in the mood for more horror movies recently. Ever since Karen never finished The Exorcist with me. It kind of left a void.
I still think that's funny. She couldn't handle it.
It was the stairs The little girl going down the stairs backwards scene that did her in.
Nice. Classic. I mean, yeah, horror is like pretty much my favorite genre of film, dude. I love it, especially when it's really good.
Dude, that's actually crazy how, similarly to how we were saying earlier, that cringe is like, it can either be really funny or just really uncomfortable for people. It's similar with horror. Like, some horror scenes, like that scene with the little girl going down the stairs in The Exorcist, I genuinely find that funny. But then to some people, that might be terrifying.
I find half of The Exorcist fucking hilarious, dude. Your mother sucks cocks in hell. I mean, who thinks of that? You know?
Yeah.
Especially in the 70s. That's great, you know?
It's good.
I know people who find like the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre disturbing or the original Halloween disturbing, but for me, it's just like an interesting piece of filmmaking. I don't find them scary.
Mm-hmm.
But
for me, Chucky is also hilarious.
Me too. Oh, fucking Chucky's fucking funny as shit, especially the first one. I like.
But there are some people that find it creepy, like for real creepy.
It's because they're a bunch of bitches, you know. It's what can you do?
They're a bunch of babies.
You know.
What are you, 8?
What are you, fucking?
What are you, 4?
You're gonna shit your diaper. You know. Right when they're like having a panic attack, you're like,
you want your little boo boo? Oh, you want your bottle, baby? Jesus.
That's me with Raph. Raph is such a fucking ninny, such a pansy with anything horror, dude. I love sitting him down and making him play a video game. Like, the notorious one was one time, it was all of us in a room together, dude, playing Outlast. It was me, him, Rodney, and Alex. And we're playing the game. We're like, oh, shit, and then he's like, he's fucking losing it, like fucking like a little bitch, and we're just there laughing because like nothing is happening. Like nothing's happening, and he's fucking losing it.
Oh no.
He can't even play shit like Resident Evil, dude. He's such a...
Yo, can we get some F's for Raph,
F's
dude?
for Raph. F's for Dust on the fucking...
Dust the primordial
We gotta get him on the
being.
channel playing a horror game, dude. It's one of the fucking funniest things. He's such a... He didn't get like 10 minutes into Outlast before he gave up. Like, he can't do it. I feel like if he played PT, he would go into cardiac arrest.
Yeah, probably.
That shit, those are the kind of shit that genuinely scare me. PT was genuinely hard for me to play. Like, hard for me to finish.
Yeah, to me, that's still like... I guess after you've done it enough times, you start losing the horror. But like the first time I played that game, that's probably the most terrifying game I've ever played.
Same, dude. It's just, and it's the atmosphere. I feel like that's why I was talking about, I like things like Suspiria and Black Coat's Daughter, because even though they're not the typical jump scare, creepy monster kind of horror, they do good at how they play with sound and like what's captured in the frame. To really...
Oh, that was Midsummer for me, dude. Midsummer,
Exactly.
I wouldn't describe it as horror, but it's like that's the most uncomfortable I've ever felt watching like a horror movie.
Yes, and those are the ones I like. The ones where I'm generally sitting there and I feel unease, you know, and I fucking love that shit in horror movies. And the same thing goes for horror games, dude. Like, you know, older horror games like, let's say, Dead Space. I remember back when Dead Space came out, they were describing it as the scariest horror game of all time. and you know, I believed it. Seeing like the commercials and shit, I'm just like, oh, this shit's fucking grotesque and it's horrible. How can anyone play this? And then I played it and I was just like, this is just really fun. Like, yeah, every once in a while I'd get that jump scare that made me go, oh shit, but like, environmentally, there's definitely some parts where you're just like, you know, it gets really dark and you're in the Ishimura and there's like the creaking metal sounds, and yeah, that's unsettling. But most of the
think for me, the beginning especially, because you only have like the base staple gun.
Yeah.
And like it genuinely, like you could, I mean, the monsters can easily kill you or like pop out of nowhere at the beginning of Dead Space. But then like later on, and especially the sequels, were not scary at all.
Yeah, it kind of becomes a looter shooter after a certain point. You know?
But I have a question though.
Yes.
Who gave him the staple gun?
The plasma cutter?
Yes, who gave him the staple gun? I don't understand who gave him the staple gun.
At the start of the game where he just like has it?
Who gave it to him?
Isn't it just part of like his engineer equipment?
Who was the employee that gave him the staple gun.
I don't know if this is a bit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know.
I don't know either. I just want to know who gave him the staple gun.
I was kind of like scared. I felt like if I was getting like reprimanded at school. I was just like, am I in trouble?
There will be like one person that knows what I'm talking about.
I have no clue.
But probably not. There's probably no one that knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you're on your own on this one, dude. That's what you get for being a boomer.
But yeah, I don't know exactly what it was about PT that made it so terrifying. But I think for me, it was probably how it felt more
I think it's because we've all
grounded.
been there.
Yeah, exactly. We've all been in that creepy hall. Like, even still sometimes when I'm going down a hallway alone and you don't hear anything around you, you start imagining things.
Exactly. Your imagination fills in the blanks, and that's the best kind of horror. You know, that's why all horror movies, no matter what it was scary for us as the kid, because everything was new in the world. So, like, our imagination would always fill the blank, and whatever we were imagining was always scarier than what was in the actual film. And that's why films that don't really show the monster or the antagonist or what's going on tend to be more effective. Because usually it never really lives up to whatever we imagine in our head. And then when it finally comes out, it becomes disappointing. And it's not as effective, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why I feel...
That's why it's hard to do, like, monster movies nowadays.
Well, I feel like it's hard to do monster movies in a sense where it's legitimately horrifying. I feel like monster movies fall more into genre of like the creature feature kind of horror film where it's less about making the monster as scary as possible and more of like making it iconic and distinct. Because look at shit like Alien, look at shit like Predator. When they first came out, I'm sure people were very scared by it. But the reason they've lasted as long as they were is because they're fucking iconic, you know? But you could argue nowadays it's a lot harder to make a scary alien film, a scary xenomorph film, because everybody already knows what the alien is, what it does, what it looks like. So I feel like really coming to a point where you can make those movies scary again is difficult, and it's more again like what I was talking about, rebuilding that atmosphere rather than making the movie about the creature. That's why I feel like the recent alien movies haven't worked, because they make the movies more about the alien rather than the people who are encountering the alien and what they're going through and what they're feeling. And
are the new alien movies like Prometheus and all that?
Prometheus and the new one, Covenant. Oh, I was so excited for Covenant. It was such a disappointment.
I feel like they're not even trying to make it horror, though, anymore. It's like just sci-fi BS.
That's what I'm saying. They're trying to make it more about, like, where the alien came from, who made it, how it started, rather than the actual experience of the people in the film.
It definitely feels like if they were to make it horror again, they'd have to, like, go back to the roots. Like, not necessarily about the alien, but, like, the characters and, like, the ship itself.
Yeah, they,
like,
have to dial it back. You know, that's restraint.
Cause I feel that even more than what's the Daisy? No, not freaking Daisy Ridley. That's Ripley.
Amanda, not Ellen Ripley.
Yeah, that's the main character, right?
And then her daughter Amanda is in the game.
I feel like aside from her, like the ship itself was such an important part of that first Alien movie.
Nostromo.
Yeah.
I fucking love Alien, dude. It's my favorite, like, horror film ever. Alien.
I might rewatch that tonight, actually. I was saying earlier, like, I've been having a craving.
Oh, you should,
like,
dude. It's my favorite horror movie ever. Like, period. It's my number one. The original Alien.
It's good, man.
I love it so much.
And I did like, actually, the lead in Prometheus, the lead actress.
Noomi Rapace.
Yeah, but it just didn't have the same vibe. It was like... It was definitely more sci-fi, and there were some parts where I felt like kind of uneased, but it wasn't the same like horror.
Exactly.
You know?
And that's why I kind of enjoy Prometheus, because I go into it watching it more as a sci-fi film rather than a horror film. You know?
Yeah. No, I like Prometheus. I didn't like the other one, though, the Covenant.
Was advertised to be a horror film and to be like a return to the roots, and all the trailers made it seem like that's what it was going to be. And it was even more sci-fi than Prometheus.
Yeah, I didn't like it that much. I like Prometheus, though.
I love Prometheus.
And maybe because Prometheus was What was it? The first one in a while, like after a long while.
The last one that came out was like, I think, if we're not counting the Alien versus Predator movies, it was like Alien Reborn or something. Oh, well,
those
like
are more like freaking. Yeah, those are like a WWE match.
Yeah.
Like
those are like about the spectacle.
No, I feel like the mystery behind like after so long without an Alien movie, Prometheus had that like draw.
And they weren't even advertising it as first as an Alien movie.
Yeah, no, I didn't know either until like I think we watched that. Like I don't think we watched it together, but it came out when we were in high school.
Yeah.
Because I remember watching it like at Plaza.
Yeah. Oh, the good old days.
That shit was good, dude. I liked it. I still like it, actually.
There's a lot of people who don't like it as an alien film or as a horror film, but I like it. I think it's good.
Yeah. I don't know. I see it kind of like a spin-off. Like, it's the same world, but it doesn't necessarily have to tie in that much.
Yeah, I saw it as very self-contained. I felt like Covenant shouldn't have happened.
It's kind of like The Mandalorian, you know? Like, it's in Star Wars, and yeah, there's some, like...
Exactly. That's the best way you could put it.
What's the word?
Connections to the...
Yeah, but there's that one word people love. Oh, fan service. There's, like, a little fan service sprinkled here and there, but it's not gonna be the main, like, driving force of the movie. It's not the fact that it's an alien movie. Like, no, it's this is its own thing, you know?
This is how I feel like they should have approached it. I felt like they should have done Prometheus. Boom. It alludes to the origins of the alien, right? Then they should have continued making separate stories, you know, of like, you know, in that universe. And every once in a while, they would sprinkle something that would further, like, create connective tissue to that origin. But it wouldn't be the main focus of the film. I feel the reason Covenant failed is because the film only existed to tie all the knots that Prometheus let loose. You know, it stopped being about Alien, it stopped being about horror, and it was made to just like expand the universe, which no one cares, no one wants, no one needs.
Yeah,
you know. That's not what the Alien franchise is about.
That's actually why I like the kind of direction that Disney is headed now with their stuff, with Marvel and Star Wars.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of doing that. They're setting up like little, like smaller, just one-offs, I guess you could say. Instead of like all of these loose ends we set up in this other thing are now going to be answered in like a million movies. And it's like, I don't know, at some point there's like fatigue too, you know? So I like that they're constantly switching it up.
A cool example of that, COD Zombies. You remember how back in the day it was like people played COD Zombies because it was a really fun survival multiplayer mechanic. But every map had its fun little Easter egg that would reveal tiny bits of the connecting story.
Oh, dude, yeah, I love the Easter eggs for zombies.
The core of the game wasn't about that. It was about making interesting new fun maps that you could all survive in and all that stuff. And, you know, it ended in a bang. And then I felt like it started falling off and people started liking it less because then the map and the game mode itself started becoming solely about that story.
Yeah.
And that's where people started dropping off.
The ball. I stopped caring a long time ago, dude.
And it was because of that. The focus stopped being about making this fun survival multiplayer experience, and it all became about, like, what happened to Rick Toffin after he went into the second timeline to find his zombie girl daughter. I don't give a shit.
That's literally like Rick and Morty, too. Like, I think the appeal of it at the beginning was just the fact that the two characters were so likable, especially together. And now it's like all about the fucking why is Rick an immortal god being? Like, no one cares, dude.
I came here for funny haha burp fart show. I didn't come here to fucking figure out what's the meaning of life and whether multiverse theory is real. I don't care. Why is it so hard to understand?
It happens with a lot of shows and games, though. Maybe they just get too far up their own ass, you know?
They get way too ambitious. Ambition in itself isn't a bad thing, but you gotta show restraint at some point. Not every idea is a good idea. You know? That's just how it is. You can't just fucking shove shit in there willy-nilly and expect everything to fucking stick.
I wonder how Five Nights at Freddy's has stayed afloat this long.
For me, the same thing happened with Five Nights at Freddy's. You know, at first...
I don't know about the game, so I wonder, did they keep repeating the same thing, or did they, like, go too far in the lore. I don't even
They
know. I know that there is a lore to it.
It's exactly what I described. In the first game, it was like these tiny little bits and pieces that would further expand into the greater story, but then they kept prolonging it and retconning some stuff. And then the game started becoming pretty much solely about that little story and less about like actually making new interesting ways to approach this kind of genre of horror. And now, fucking Game Theory fucking did its thing about that shit.
Yeah, it's all Game Theory's fault.
And
it really is.
It really is all the fucking Game Theory. I don't have anything against MatPat, but boy, has he fucking prolonged this franchise. I think probably single-handedly. And, I don't give a fucking shit about Five Nights at Freddy outside of the fucking meme. My Coomer mentality.
I wanted to try the VR version, though. Oh, I know you'd be terrified of that. Because you don't like jump scares to begin with, so I can only imagine you doing jump scares in VR.
Fucking despise jump scares. Hate them. It's not because they're scary, it's just like, it's like an overtly sensory overload attack. It's like a personal attack to me. It's like, why would you actively try and do harm to me, you little asshole?
Ew, what is this new Five Nights at Freddy's? Why do I feel like they're trying to make like the robots sexy now? I don't like this.
What do you mean? They've always been sexy.
I don't like this. I don't like where this
You can't say
going.
you've always wanted to fuck Chica. I know you've always wanted to fuck Chica and Freddy. They've always been sexy. What are you talking about?
Which one's the rabbit?
I don't know.
That's the one I'm talking about. I looked up the new game, and there's like a weird art.
People find anything fuckable, dude. I don't understand. I don't understand fetishes. I don't get it. Why are our brains hardwired to think I want to stick my dick in anything I can?
You remember the pet rock?
Rocky?
I want to fuck Rocky.
You want to fuck Rocky from SpongeBob? Oh, it's just like, it's so smooth, and it's his little grooves made by oxygen erosion. Oh, fuck.
And it's hard, just like me.
Oh, fuck.
Well, I got nothing else. I think that's fucking it for me.
You're
dude.
fucking nasty. You're nasty, dude. You're a little freak. You're freak-a-leak with that. But
my brain is mush right now.
My brain has been mush all fucking week, dude. I don't know.
I'm not ready for this Pokemon announcement tomorrow.
That's
dude.
exactly what I was about to ask. And I'm just like, dude, how are you going to handle that little Pokemon announcement tomorrow?
I'm gonna cry.
It's too much. It's too much. Too much things are happening. I think we got so used to the silence of COVID that now things are ramping up again, and it feels almost overwhelming. I don't know if you feel that way. Maybe that's just me.
No, I kind of do. Well, more specifically with Pokemon though, because I know that the next week or so is gonna be crazy for Pokemon fans, depending on what gets announced tomorrow.
I see.
But I feel you though. There's been like slowly, at least with like the stuff that we were used to, like Marvel and Disney and all that, they've been slowly like revealing a lot of stuff coming, and it does feel like overwhelming.
And even just the
plus
world.
Like Attack on Titan ending, and
and
I mean obviously the stuff in real life too.
Yeah, where it's kind of just like, it felt like, everything was shut down for so long that we kind of like got used to the lull. We've all been walking around in like, low power mode, and everything's just starting to fucking ramp up again, and everyone's starting to have to like wake up, and it feels really jarring.
Getting overloaded.
Yeah, it feels like this big like global sensory overload. Plus, the bad shit in the world hasn't let up either, the Texas thing happened, and for me, at least in my personal life, everything is breaking all at the same time, First it was my car, then my computer, then my tablet,
Then your PP.
And then my PP, my dick don't work no more. I got a bum eye. I scraped my knee. I got ADD. I got ADHD. I got Parkinson's. My hair's falling out.
Wait, you do? What the hell?
My hair's falling out. I got a bunion on my left foot. My left ass cheek is sagging. I just keep going down the list of like horrible things.
I got some news though about hair falling out.
Uh-oh. Are we finally getting that Hims sponsorship?
I unfortunately am not going to be able to shave my head for the fundraiser.
I thought that was a joke.
It wasn't a joke to me.
You were like the only one taking that seriously, and I knew Karen is not gonna allow this.
I mean,
She won't let it happen.
can we shave your head instead?
I don't care. Go ahead. I don't give a shit, dude.
It's your computer.
I know I look great with short hair. I've done it before. And back in La Central, I used to get the buzz cut all the time when I was just lazy. For me, it's really no big deal.
See, for me, I've always wanted to try cutting my own hair, but I know it probably wouldn't end well.
Okay, Karen has to at least allow that. Like, not full bald, but like give yourself a haircut. Or let me give you a haircut.
She said if I am really about trying to cut my own hair, just not on stream, so I can actually focus and it ends up right.
What if I cut your hair?
No.
What do you mean?
I can cut yours though.
What do you mean? Hey, no. Okay, then we'd have to cut each other's hair. It can't just be one-sided like that, homeboy.
All right. Scissors only.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna fucking bring a buzzer to your... I'm not gonna intentionally fuck up your hair. I'm gonna generally try and give you a good cut, you know?
I think that was her main worry, and I get it now, because my hair is pretty fragile, and from what I've learned, when you buzz fragile hair, it gets even worse.
I'm not gonna buzz your hair. I don't know how to do fades and shit.
Plus, the thing is, if you go scissor route, you can always go get it fixed.
Yeah.
You know?
But that's what I was thinking. I'm not gonna fucking buzz your hair. I don't know how to do a fade.
I wanted to do that. I want to go full mohawk, dude.
Jesus Christ. We'll figure this out. I think it would be a fun idea for us to try and cut each other's hair. Obviously, we're not going to intentionally try to fuck up each other's hair. That would be mean.
Yeah. She had another good idea, though.
Ooh, what's a good idea?
Which I am pretty opposed to, but...
What?
I don't think you would be as opposed.
What?
We're going to James Charles it.
I don't know what that means.
You're going to get your makeup did.
Oh, I don't mind. I've had my makeup did before.
Have you done that before?
Yeah, bunch of times.
Yeah, well, I had a feeling you did.
Bunch of times.
I don't know. I've never done that. After seeing Pyro Cynical, I don't want to see myself in makeup because it would lead down a weird narcissistic hole where I don't want to even... We were just talking about what I would do to Rocky.
Good that you're gonna want to put makeup on and look at you. I think the narcissistic rabbit hole already started. I don't think you need makeup for that shit. I think you're already there. You fucking conceited little bastard. Who the fuck do you think you are? Mira este cabrón. I don't want to do it. I think, I'm just going to look too good and then I won't be able to stop.
Too hot. Yeah, exactly.
What a bastard. The way you phrased it just made it worse. You were trying to sound so humble, and it was the most humble, braggy thing I ever heard.
Don't be too powerful, dude. Come on.
God,
We've already got the Puerto Rican ass. I can't have the looks too.
If I clean shave myself and someone does me up with makeup, I'm gonna look bad as hell. I have no doubt about it.
Yeah, it's too powerful, dude. We can't do that to the internet.
I'm gonna do it. If Karen thinks it's a funny idea, I'm gonna do it. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. If you're gonna be a bitch about it, but I'm gonna do it. But they gotta donate some good money. That's like, if you really don't want to do it that much, that's gonna be like one of the highest tiers.
Yeah, that'll be like the final goal.
The final goal, ooh, up there.
Or maybe, well, I don't know. There might be something crazier.
We'll figure it out.
We'll see.
We'll figure it out. We'll see what happens.
So, what do you think? Let's wrap it up with this. Would you rather get Let's Go To...
Oh, bro, shut the fuck up.